Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Athletics and Recreation Center for this evening's OUA women's basketball game between the visiting Toronto Varsity Blues and your Queens Gaels. The Blues taking the victory tonight by a score of 70-56. I'm joined by Gaels head coach Dave Wilson, and Coach, Toronto headed into the weekend with a 4-6 mark, but certainly didn't play like that tonight. How were they able to find success?
Well, they struggled a lot last night in their game, and I think that motivated them pretty well. They had a lot of difficulty putting the ball in the hoop and certainly found their range with that today, and their confidence came early, and then it came often.
And Jill Stratton's a special player, and you guys knew that coming in. She had a game-high 22 points for the Blues. Was the game plan sort of to key in on her and then hopefully, key in defensively on some of the secondary scoring?
Well, we know that she's their leading scorer, and she does score in a number of different ways. What hurt us a lot today was she definitely beat the scout on her three-point shooting. She has struggled so far this year, and as I say, she found her rhythm early in the game, and as much as we changed our defense on her to try and get her off the three-point line, her stroke was pretty sweet today.
And Robin Pearson's been having a nice week here. She's had a couple of good games over the last maybe 4 or 5. Can you just talk about what her development and maturation has sort of meant to the success of the team over the last little bit?
Well, you've hit it right on the head. I think it's the maturation process that's helped her a lot. She's much more mature on the floor and is able to control her emotions a lot better. So when things don't go the way she would like them to go, she's been able to regroup herself and come back and be a real force. And in particular, she's done such a great job on the boards.
And lastly, you guys head on the road next weekend to take on Laurentian and Algoma before taking on the GGs and the Ravens. What does finding success next weekend mean to the team?
Well, I think it's critical at this point for our confidence that we get back into the win column. And, for us to do that, I think it's really important that we get more aggressive after the basketball. I feel right now that we're the 50-50 loose balls, we're not getting enough of them. And when we get that aggression back, I think a lot of the rest of our game will fall back into place.
Thanks, Coach.
You bet.
For Dave Wilson, for the Queens women's head basketball coach, I am Kyle Comple for GoGaelsGo.com. Gaels dropping a tough 14-point decision here tonight against the Toronto Varsity Blues. Stay connected with the team next weekend as they head up north to take on Laurentian and Algoma.